I just wanted to start with a little bit of an agenda to kind of discuss the areas that we're going to go through. I'm hoping that this is all of interest to everyone. We will be discussing bits of training, education, project management, and artificial intelligence. We'll start with a little bit of a definition of artificial intelligence to kind of discern exactly what it's going to be. I want to mention some of the more interesting milestones that have occurred in artificial intelligence as it starts to permeate our society more. I want to talk to some of the benefits that are out there, then talk about artificial intelligence and project management in some ways, how you can use it. I have some examples and some links on what you can do and what I'll tell about my own personal experiences as well. We'll also discuss about how to leverage AI in decision making, and again, use some examples and different tools. Leverage AI in the acquisition of knowledge, meaning like, for example, I've used it to assist me with writing articles and chapters, and we can kind of go through that. I do want to talk about ethical implications because as artificial intelligence continues to expand in our society, there have been ethical and legal questions that have arisen about the use of it, how it can be used, and also, of course, since we love lawyers in this country, how also liability kind of plays into artificial intelligence. I also want to talk about how artificial intelligence can or may replace teachers today and in 10 years, kind of giving an outlook of what we have today and then what's happening in 10 years. And also discuss there was actually a study done at American Public University that I was part of where we actually went and discussed and reached out to students to find out, are students ready and interested in having artificial intelligence either as a professor themselves, a tutor, or some other support system. So we'll talk about a little bit about that study and kind of some of the findings that we had. And then I'll end up by closing with some comments. I just wanted to brief everyone kind of where we were going to let everyone know, I'm hoping this is what everyone's expecting. Without any further, I'm going to move on to the next slide and discuss a little bit about the definition of artificial intelligence. To give some context, we're already using artificial intelligence like Siri, Alexa, Google's, and for even, for example, maps or Waze. They're clearly, artificial intelligence in the background giving us directions. I know, having used maps for a number of years in Waze, I used to sometimes ignore some of the maps or the recommendations because I kind of, if I lived in the area and I knew the area, I knew kind of the back streets and how things were, so I wouldn't always believe like, oh no, it'll be fine. And I've noticed over the years that it's gotten better and better and better, and part of that is because there's more data that it can process, meaning the artificial intelligence in behind the scenes is looking at not only traffic patterns but looking at real-time traffic and real-time issues that are arising that I wouldn't know. I would be familiar with historical patterns, but I would never have that knowledge of what's happening today at this minute. So it's interesting to see how artificial intelligence has gone from just a simple help in navigation to something that's really actually in real time offering recommendations. So just so you know, for the most part, unless I know that it's sending me down the wrong road, I will follow it because I've found that it really does know. Artificial intelligence is also helping us in decision making. For example, we've all had that case where artificial intelligence is giving us data points. For example, it's saying if you were to program a destination, it's going to give you feedback on whether or not that destination is going to be open, or it may give you other recommendations on where to go. We're also seeing more and more with self-driving equipment. For example, there's a fleet of about 600 trucks now that are self-driving in Australia that are active in and are being utilized in the mining industry. Even to some degree, we just saw that little video on True Project. That's also an application of artificial intelligence. The database is learning and growing and expanding based on experience and knowledge to offer some kind of artificial intelligence forecast. And then in training, the one that I have personal and direct experience with, Alex, which is math training. Just so you know, my wife teaches math directly, and I've been involved with it. But she's telling me, the successes that have occurred because of this artificial intelligence training. So just, in definition, it's going to be more than just a program. Meaning the maps example, I was trying to give the explanation of what the artificial intelligence truly has become. Before, it was just a repository of data on directions, giving you the efficient time based on historical. Now, artificial intelligence is making decisions that are based on real-time information rather than just historical, which makes it a much more powerful tool. And you can see that in the things that we're utilizing now. Also, artificial intelligence, I want to use this example because virtual assistants have become very popular, and a lot of people will ask artificial intelligence, these Siri, Alexa for information, for example. And this is where we'll talk a little bit more about ethics, but I want to mention this example now, which is if you were to ask your virtual assistant, where there's a coffee shop nearby, it will give you information on where the coffee shop is nearby. If you were to ask it for information on how you would commit suicide, it actually would not help you. It would actually give you information and directions where you can get help because again, this is kind of a darker side, but it's something to be aware of that, as people have moved on with programming and the knowledge of these databases, they realize that, artificial intelligence should be designed to help people and not just give them information without some kind of ethical filter. Okay, so I want to go on now to talk a little bit about some milestones in artificial intelligence, and this is a great slide. The biggest one to me, yeah, it's great that, yeah, we'll be doing more AI and people are predicting this. But the big thing to me was this Sophia. In October 2017, Sophia, an artificial intelligent robot, is now a citizen of Saudi Arabia, which is very interesting because now it's implying, okay, if this entity is a citizen, the individual would be given rights under that nation's citizen rights. For example, they could be again, if someone were to try to turn off that robot or artificial intelligence, that could be classified as potential murder. Don't know if that's true, but think about it. They also would be given the right to vote, for example. Citizens in nations have the right to vote. So if there's some kind of election, the citizen would be allowed to vote. The individual, I also wonder, but if they're making money, since this person was on the Tonight Show, I think they also should be taxed, which is a very interesting concept. Now, this entity that's not human has been declared a citizen. It now has the rights and responsibilities of a citizen. Theoretically, the artificial intelligence could also be drafted into the military. So there's a lot of implications here, legal, financial, as well as social. So it's something that's
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN to earn, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.